Okay, so yeah, governance. Yeah, yeah, I'm like expressing my concern for the outcome of this upcoming election, or the proper accounting of it. I uh, there's some powerful forces at play here. Powerful forces. Maybe in terms of those who are in control, more that they are in favor of. You know, the oligarchs, the money people, specific, I guess, special interests, like the radical Christian right, NRA, these crazy nut job organizations that uh, yeah, they're not nuts in intelligence. They're I'm gonna say that's part of their script. Yeah, their intention. They're like, you know, they don't say, oh yeah, we want to destroy the Constitution. That's what they want to do, but they don't use that language. Oh, we want to protect our Constitution. They didn't say words, they're just words. Because they haven't shown any interest in protecting against violations that they're currently doing against it. So, what the fuck they talking about? We're for the Constitution. Oh yeah, it's just fucking words out of your mouth. Yeah, these people want to take our government away from us. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the nut jobs from the religious right. You know, they're not satisfied. They don't control enough in your life. They're going to tell you how to live your religious life. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, if it's right down where you're at and you're comfortable with that, probably have no objection. But somebody else, you know, might have a sensitivity that leans in a little different direction. And it has nothing to do with anything adversarial towards anybody. It's just a position or a point of how this particular wants to conduct his life. You know, perfectly neutral against the offenses to anybody, except those who can't take their eyes off what you're doing and measuring every step. Yeah. See, that's what religion does. It makes you think. It makes those people think they're better. They're the chosen ones. We're chosen. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Chosen ones. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they'll be predicting and. I guess I'd say working towards Armageddon. Yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah. Oh, we're right at that point. Actually, it's pretty close like that, and it's those nut jobs that are in control with Trump and his group. Yeah, these religious weirdos. Yeah. They spout out what? Lord, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Go into that, you know, evangelical Christian chanter, you know, in public settings. Yes, so they become a church. Oh, so isn't that like, you know, you know, a theocracy, you know? Yeah, so, yeah, no, I don't want this, you know, some weirdo, trying to tell me how to live my life. Yeah, so, that's what they're trying to do. and construct a moral country. That's what everybody does. Right. Oh, yeah. So you tie your wagons to the truck horse. Surprised you let that let's see, bad boy harness your wagon to that bad boy. Yeah, serves your purpose. Yeah, well, I could say enough said. What I'm saying is simple and clear. Yeah. Project your positive energy towards success in our goal. Yeah, reach out to the beautiful, loving universe for guidance as we move through these times. Yeah, so it's so easy to get your heart and all wrapped up in anger. These are some pretty serious offenses that are being committed against us all. Even the ones who are committing it, they're the biggest fools of all. Wow. This particular kind of bravado will not be tolerated in the next regime. Bravado, yeah. You make the noise and they'll find it and they'll subdue it and snuff it out. And so the fact that you can do this, make these exorbitant claims, act tough, carry your guns, and what are the things that make you look like an ex-Marine? And maybe you are an ex-Marine. Maybe you're just a grown-up thug. Just be a way of life for you. You like the drug. So, on and on we can go. But the answer is clear. We can't take this next election for granted. We got to be prepared. And especially if we can't stop it, be in a position to monitor it and see it and have probable cause. Because plan B is, if the system promotes this fraud and the election goes contrary to expectation, so we can't at that point say, oh geez, it's over now. No, it's not. It's plan B. Plan B. What is plan B? Well, I've got one starting point. Through one of the independent agencies that has muscle. I don't know. The CIA, FBI, was it Firearms and Tobacco? One of these agencies, maybe where there's still a sense of loyalty in these, in the realm of the esteemed NRA people. I bet there's a lot of people there might be concerned if they knew their rights, ownership rights, but that'll be one of the first things they do. Is they'll take away your right to have a gun. They don't want the fucking populace to have guns. They'll take them away from you. Yeah, you're the people, the very mentality of people you're supporting are the ones who will be the most dangerous to you in the future that you envision. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I'm sure there's going to be a fairly sizable segment who will someone will conform and fit right into maybe one of these thug organizations, military things. I don't know, that could be employment. I don't know. I'm sure. Yeah. There's, there'll be that kind of point. Yeah, look, ICE today. Just anybody who wants to beat somebody in the head just because they're fucking, because they're fucking pieces of shit, dealing with issues that, they're taking it out of innocent people on the streets. Yeah, so. Oh, yeah, let's see, yeah, be careful about thinking that it might be all right. It's like, well, everybody needs law and order, keep people in place and stop doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. Yeah, oh, yeah, well, yeah, what about that cabin you built unpermitted cabin you built on an acre in your back lot there? I think ordinance has something to say about that. Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, just wise up, bud. Follow along. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, they'll fuck you over, coming and going. These Nazi administrations, fascist in form. Yeah. Look at models for this behavior. Putin is a good example of it. It was a fairly blank slate. I mean, there was a lot of issues going on in the underlying roots of the psychological issue of Russia at that point in time. Just right at that point in time, shedding communism in the 80s. There's an opportunity, a blank slate. And there were a lot of good, wise people. But power deferred to the people with guns, the military, KGB, and that's where Putin came from. Yeah, so they already knew how to control and manipulate and manage people. So they kind of wedged their way into, got themselves into a position to negotiate and maneuver their power structure. Because up until that point in time, it looks like it run under, I can't think of any very moderate, the tall blonde guy, right-haired guy, Russian. He just more or less deferred and gave the power up. I don't know. It seems hard to know. You get the sense that somebody like him, in the right circumstance, in the right situation, it's like, I think the West has something to do with Putin being installed. I think he was literally appointed by somebody. I don't know if it was a joint thing with like a NATO type of something like that. But I think they appointed Putin to be a director or something. Like, oh my God. Wrong person. Wrong person. I guess he had probably administrative skills, and people maybe he already had an army of supporters. I don't know, KGB, and I'm not sure what all he did there, or how high up he went into that organization. I think he had some sort of ranking. He was a relatively young guy. It's probably seen as positive energy for the regime. So to recruit him into the position. And he leverages that into being a dictator of Russia, in a manner of speaking. Or something I can't remember. But it's like when the wall came down. Khrushchev, not Khrushchev, Gorbachev. Very liberal, progressive man. In fact, it was under his direction and leadership that Russia made this big move. And there was opposition against him from from the military too. It's like, but they failed to coup him. I think they made a move, but it didn't work. Couldn't do it. I'm not sure what all the power dynamics was going on, but I don't know if Gorbachev had to at that point, if he set the timeline for his departure or something, or I think there may be a little bit of pressure, like say, okay, you're doing this, then retire, go. I don't know if it was something like that or not. And I remember the other tall guy, kind of white hair. What's his name? I can't remember. Boris something. Well, anyway. So it was governed for a few years, some years before Putin took over. So I had an opportunity. It was kind of like it's just the right set of circumstances. Oh yeah, Putin. I mean, in analyzing. So well, it's maybe in a way it turned out exactly the way the people in power who had the power to make these determinations. That's what they wanted. They're looking more for continuation of control of the population, the populace. That allows them, more freer reign to do stuff. When they're, I guess, they say they're in the employ of these citizens who be elected, right? For example, you can make them feel more accountable to you. The other way, it's just the other way around. Say, you're lucky they don't fuck you over and do something damaging to you. It's just a flip of the way it should be. The flip of the way it could be. We outnumber. I mean, say we, it's like anybody's opposed to that kind of oppressive, dictatorial type of leadership or governance. If you're against that, and if you're not, you're looking for employment with them. That might be good for you. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing intellectually about that you want to protect. It's like, yeah, feed me every day and give me a place to go and live my life. Just generally just be a thug. Yeah, it's probably employment for you in an administration like that, for sure, yeah. Yeah, you have it. I don't know if that's where you're at. Yeah. Yeah. People will fucking hate you if you do the things to them that you're hired to do. You'd be viewed as a thug, a bully. So you have to invoke hate and abuse to you. Yeah, they'll be there to intimidate. That's what they're there for. To intimidate you. They're not there like goodwill ambassadors with a smile on their face. No. Yeah. They weren't hired for the thankful graces. They just got hardened, hating hearts. They don't know how to love. That's escaped them. Well, I'm sure they have carnal, physical incantations and connections and ejaculations, but there's no spirit evident or present. Well, it's there, but it's being repressed and subdued by darker energies in that mind. Yeah, put those put into greed, violence. Yeah, well. We have to look at those things and say, thank you, beautiful loving universe. I know you'll take us through these moments of stress and hassle. But best thing in the world you can do is let go of the burden of hurt, harm, hate, and anger. Take those off your shoulders and let them slip off and fall to the floor. Remove yourself from the sense of anger and hate, retribution, and you didn't even end. Remove that. Set over here on this side. Your intelligent mind, you see exactly all that's going on. You can see the wrong and the hurt and the damage that's done with poor governance. For things just that it just benefits so very few. A lot of legislation, taxes and stuff like that. It benefits just a few people relative to the vast population. So why is that? Who writes these laws? Oh, your friends write the laws. Oh, and who are your senators? Oh, yes, yeah. There are people. They run our government for us. I know they're with a parading around as representatives of the constituency they got elected in. Well, it's a front. It's a front, yeah. The local population, they live their lives. They don't know what's going on in the government with you. They just send you up there. They all know. Maybe a lot of them know your name or who you are. Some maybe know what your name is. You're the congressman from such and such district and such state. Yeah. Your neighbor maybe doesn't know who you are. I don't know. And then there could be some real firebrands. They make their presence known on the scene. From the news cycles and that. They're out there making noise and they want to be seen. So it has to be objective and go, well, these government company shields, they probably aren't really a lot of showy. They just assume their position and they stay quiet. You don't want to raise any, it's going to be, I've been working for this guy. You turn down that, $5 million bonus. He's going to get elected. They're going to get me elected because they promised me $40 million for my campaign. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So I definitely don't want to do anything to offend those guys. So who are you working for, really? Who are you working for? The electorate? Come on, wake your fucking asses up. Start checking on these people that you're putting in office. One of the first places I'd say, who's giving you money? I think there's ways you can find that out. See where they're getting their money. If it's coming from a kind of a shady interest, a foreign government, APAC, any special interest group, or, from some kind of religious organization, or just each individuals, billionaires out there, wanting to contribute to your defeat. Yeah, so you must be doing something right. That's great. And we need to support this. So, hey, that'll be the biggest advertising point. Where your opponent's getting his money. See how popular that will be today. Yeah, let's do that. Bring that out. Democrats and Republicans. Democrats too. Yeah, there's some of these Democrats that are really voting for Republican causes. What's going on here? Oh, APAC's paying you to do that. Ah, these guys are getting millions of dollars. Hey, don't believe me? Just check it out. Google it. You know, there's ways you can find out these things. I think there's people who track this. Yeah, they can even follow the money. You know, see who are maybe the individuals behind these contributions too. So, that'll be the biggest benefit that we can have. Just being able to publish that. So start accumulating that information. Make sure they become part of the campaign. That mention. Yeah, don't just say it and walk away. Talking about it for about 5 or so minutes. Let the people know what it's leading to. The corruption of our government, our Supreme Court, the executive branch, Congress, and and law enforcement agencies have become pawns of corrupt leadership, no longer independent. And our judicial system is becoming diluted with a lot of these appointees who have very lax, but very strong corporate and certain type of right-wing ideology, bent in interpretation of the Constitution. So be strong and be out there and demand fair and honest elections and stand over it. And if it doesn't look good, if it's corrupted, go to Plan B. Come in and with this special agency, formally arrest the president for crimes he's committed. Against this country. Maybe a foreign agency. Who handles the foreign agencies? Is that the CIA? Let the CIA do it. They see there's a crime against the United States. They're always on guard for that. That would be the most wonderful thing if we had enough constitutionalists in an organization. They could not be good for corrupting victim. I don't know. Or maybe the FBI, I don't know. One of these stronger agencies. Tobacco and firearms orders. Oh yeah. Maybe there'll be somebody in there. Somebody baying running through their integrity. Somehow, and it'll be based upon an actual it's like independently monitored and verified that this theft didn't happen. It's like a setup. You don't necessarily stop it from happening. You let it go because that is the conclusion. That's the act itself. No one stop it before it happens. And you're stopping it before it happens. Kind of ensure a fair and honest count. I don't know. Yeah, because I'm not sure what to say. Okay. I'll tell you what. Tell me the next grouping. Sit down and we'll figure it out.